How you feeling today?
I'm doing good. I'm ready to
Ready to
roll.
roll? And you have a lovely commentator here with you, correct?
Yes, I'm Madzbrutal, and with me today I have the best commentator in the game, Roadkillrevenge.
Hi.
If you want to introduce yourself more than that, go for
I
it.
don't know if I could be. I think that's like way more credit than I'm due. So.
Nah, nonsense. Yeah, we're here with some Spyro Reignited. We just had a lot of OG Spyro, and we'll be playing some of the remakes today. But before we get into the run, we had a couple of donation incentives for color and soundtrack.
We do have a couple of donation incentives. Are you ready for the final answers of what chat has decided for you?
True, hit me.
So, for your soundtrack, you are going to be going with the winner of a classic soundtrack coming in at $150 versus $135.
Good choice.
And then for your Spyro Reignited 2 color, you are going to be cosplaying today as a banana. You're going in as yellow as our winner with $145.
Okay, hold on. Let me put the old code in. There it is, our banana. All right.
Delightful.
So-
Well, you are ready. You are free to count down whenever you're ready.
All right, yeah. So we'll just jump into it and we'll explain the category as we go. We're playing 90% no level storage. Time is going to start when I select from this menu. So we'll go in 3, 2, 1. We're going to skip some cutscenes here, and as we get started, Rhodey, why don't you kind of explain what we're doing and what the category is and stuff?
Yeah. So in this category, we are going to be collecting some stuff and getting to the end of the game. If you watched the last run, you'll know that Spyro is a cool little purple dragon who likes shiny gems, and so we're going to be collecting gems, orbs, talismans, and souls over the course of the game. It's one thing that makes Spyro 2 a little bit different than some of the other Spyro games is that the way that the sort of enemies work. As you see, every time one of these enemies gets killed, we get a little soul counter that goes up, and that is going to be relevant later on for activating power-ups. Now, right here, very early in the run, we're going to get coming up what is called a perfect hover, which is something that is super integral to the speedrun, and the way that it works is it helps us get more height than the developers maybe intended. And there we go, 2 perfect clean, perfect hovers. Because this area right here with the fly power-up, which that power-up is actually why we were collecting and killing the specific enemies we were killing to get the soul count up to activate that, that power-up. But we're not supposed to be able to get there until much later in the game, where you pay Moneybags money to learn how to climb, and then you have to backtrack here. But we're actually going to use that power-up to skip talking to Moneybags entirely here in this tutorial level.
Yep.
And we get an orb.
And we get our first orb, and yep. We're going to be getting 40 of those over the course of the run, and also we're going to use this fly power-up to fly right past the bridge that Moneybags wanted us to buy. So we're going to be trying to avoid giving Moneybags money whenever possible. We don't like the greedy Moneybags.
Yeah, exactly. Because the gems in this game, since this is an any percent category where we're not going to be worrying about collecting all of the gems, but we are going to have to get a certain amount to pay him in certain points. But every time we can skip over having to pay Moneybags anything, that's that many less gems that Matt is going to have to collect, which saves time.
Yep, absolutely.
So in this game,
There's our
orbs you
second
typically
orb.
get from like sort of side quests, I guess you can call them. Little things like there, they wanted us to light up
mini
lanterns.
games. Yeah. And here we have a talisman. So the first 14 levels, we're going to have to get to the end of to receive a talisman. Essentially, those just allow us access to the bosses, right? The orbs, why we're collecting them is we need 40 of them to get into Ripto, the final boss. That is one of the stipulations of this category. It used to be called 40 Orb, which is what the OG Spyro 2 calls their category as well. And the reason we have to do that is because a glitches banned level storage in this category. So essentially we have to play some of the game when the normal 90% doesn't.
Yeah, so 40 orbs is the and I'm seeing the orbs in chat. Of course, we got
doubt.
orbs. We got so many orbs in this game. Um, and also one thing I wanted to go ahead and quickly bring up is that I am planning to donate at the end of this run $1 for every unintentional bonk. So this bonk being whenever Mads hits a wall or something like that with her charge and bounces off. So I encourage everybody here watching to do the same. It's a fun way to sort of encourage her to watch her bonks.
That's great. Also, I just collected 2 fodder, which is Rhodey's job to keep track of for me. Oh, I forgot the new strat too. Oh well. Here will be another one, and we're collecting these for to a manipulation in the first boss fight. So I'll go ahead and explain that there, but just know that I'm trying to collect between 7 and 9 of them before that first boss fight, and I'm at 4 right now.
Yep, I counted 4.
So we glide past Zoe's. We're gonna be doing that quite a bit. We glide past conversations. We don't want to talk to people. That takes time, and conversations don't happen when we glide.
Yeah, there's a few of these jumps where it looks like that she's just sort of jumping over nothing. That's because she's avoiding these triggers that will start these conversation, small little time saves there.
Yep. But yeah, this idol is a pretty straightforward level. We kind of just went from foremen to foremen who were being tortured by these tikis. And as they were opening the doors, we go collect the fodder and the souls and the gems so that we can end here with this little mini game and another orb. And we're going to be out of idol. But we're moving into Colossus. Colossus is quite a bit trickier. And you'll be seeing some of those perfect hovers quite a bit that Rhodey was alluding to.
Yeah, this is a pretty neat level.
Oh, that is such an ugly color against that sky. I'm sorry. Do not like that yellow. But it's cool. Thank you for donating.
That yellow's kind of intense. I'm not gonna front. Like, I wasn't ready for how staunchly yellow it is.
True.
Yes.
It is harsh.
Mustard Spyro.
Oh, that just makes me
tasty.
sad. Oh.
All right.
All right, so I mentioned perfect hovers a little bit earlier, but we're going to see a couple of them happen really quick here as well. And it's going to help us really circumvent the intended path for this level, and we're going to be seeing a lot of that over the course of the game. So just like before, we're collecting souls. We're hoping for a certain number of souls to activate this power-up later on.
Oh, no!
And here's this really tricky perfect hover. There's 2 of them right in a row right here that can be a huge pain.
We'll get it here.
First try!
There we go. Easy. First try.
All right, so
a couple
there's
deceptively difficult jumps here. Got him.
Yeah, that was really nice. That jump is very hard to actually get the distance you need to make it across.
Yeah.
And you also avoided a bonk that I was counting on tallying here. So good job.
Well, thank you. Yeah, you bonk turning in here quite often. And actually, I'll explain a little bit more about some jump mechanics while I'm collecting some souls. You have to be in the air for half a second before you can hover, do that little hover at the end. So there's going to be some situations like I just did there where I like wiggle in the air for a bit, and in an attempt to come on, there's a bonk. In an attempt to give me a little more time in the air. And there's our Ghastly. Our professor was being haunted by that Ghastly. The Ghastlies are haunting these statues. I have to go free them from these statues.
Yeah, so those the wiggle that she was just talking about, that is essentially a way for Spyro to maintain height for a second so that you can get that hover at the actual peak of the jump. And it's something that helps us do lots of really difficult tight jumps in this game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because you'll be seeing me do some tighter jumps than those ones I just did earlier, where you just don't have a lot of space to work. So you have to like make some time in the air for yourself. So we wiggle.
So now we got the souls to activate that power up, which is the sort of pseudo intended way to get up there, but we sort of did it backwards for this level.
Yeah. There we go. Got all of the Ghastlies in this Pokemon crossover level. And now we reluctantly have to actually talk to Moneybags and give him 500 gems. So my gem route on this is pretty generous. There's some leeway. You can kind of route your gems in different ways. I have a pretty generous route right now, and it's a good thing because I missed, I think, 15 gems so far. I'm not at the point where I'm going to have to add extra gems in, but it is something that I'm going to keep in the back of my head as I'm going along, kind of keeping track of which gems I got, which ones I missed, and putting extra ones in. A fodder right there. How many is that?
That's 5. Unless I missed one. Did I miss one?
Yeah, good job.
Okay.
No, you're good. That was a test. And we're going to do a jumping tutorial, but we know how to jump. So, Twisted, do you want to do some donations while I learn how to jump?
Are you sure you know how to jump? I mean, I'm watching it right now, and I don't know if you can. But yeah, I can do some donations. All right, so we have a $25 donation from Lizzieberry saying, I have to get my name in for Small Neck. It's too cute and huggable not to. We have a $150 donation from Opal just saying, love. And we have a $20 donation saying, let's go Malala Fund. Oh, it looks like you did succeed in jumping. I apologize for doubting you.
No, that is okay. By the way, the thing we bought from Moneybags was the ability to swim underwater. So we needed to get that over here. And we're going to be doing some more jumps and wall glides. Would you like to explain wall glides real quick?
Yeah, so wall glides, I mean, it's sort of in the name. Essentially what we're doing is we are gliding right up against the wall in a particular way and sort of tapping against it. And what that does, especially here on the PC version of the game, is that allows Mads to gain a little bit of height while gliding against a wall, which is really valuable and lets us totally circumvent how we're supposed to get over there. So as you can see, we did those glides really quickly, really cleanly, and we're able to get up here to this orb. And so now we can finish out the level.
Yep. So we basically do this level backwards.
Yes.
So we go straight to the end. And there's going to be some much more dramatic wall glides as we go along. Those are some kind of beginner wall glides.
A quick taste of the wall glides to come.
Yep. And coming up, this is my favorite trick in the whole game. I love this trick. It is so small and not all that consequential, but it is it's just a joy to me. So there's this gate up here, and now come on, Spyro. There we go. If your camera is at the right angle, that gate just disappears and you can go through it. And I'm missing. There we go.
I love that one so much too.
My flow was messed up there by running into that gate a couple times.
Because one thing about Spyro, since it's a 3D game, it does lots of sort of automatic camera movement. So moving in a direction where the camera isn't pointing, sometimes it does weird stuff.
True. Okay, we're on to Sunny Beach. The next 3 levels are like my nemesis. This, I think, is the hardest part of the run. Sunny Beach into Aquaria Towers and then Crystal Glacier. So I'm gonna let Rhodey do most of the talking here. And this one doesn't have any huge tricks. It's just a gauntlet of a lot of movement and small tricks that kind of make it difficult.
Yeah, exactly. So this level is definitely a tough one to speedrun because it's exactly like Matt said, lots of small tricks in a row without really any breaks between them, and some really weird routing where we're going back and forth through the level a couple of different times. So as you can see right there, she used that turtle to jump over onto the fence and skip over here. So we're actually going to be ignoring most of the main gimmick of this level, which you're supposed to be escorting a couple little turtle babies to the end, but we don't care about them. We care about going fast. So yeah, now what we're doing is we're also getting these souls here to activate a flame power-up that we're going to be using shortly. And now she's going to be jumping on this weird piece of terrain here, which is going to just really easily allow her to peep out of bounds really quickly to go around a gate that normally you have to interact with the mechanics of the level to go through. And so now we're just collecting some gems and heading on through the sort of last little segment here. But now we have the flame power-up, which we are going to be using to get through this level. So these little boxes are full of like I think they're full of baby turtles for some reason. But she's going to be running around and freeing the turtles, because that's the sort of thing with this level. And the timer is important on this. We're going to be watching that timer pretty closely here in a moment, because the flame power-up only lasts for a certain amount of time. And so she has to use that time very wisely, but we got to where we needed here for this first part pretty easily.
And now you see why we don't want to wait on turtles as often as we can. I skipped most of the turtles, right?
Yeah, exactly.
It takes a long time to get them moving.
Exactly. That's why that a lot of that weird clipping and pathing is to avoid having to sit there and escort the turtle, because the turtle is very slow, except for this one. We have to do this one. And now she's going to be using the turtle to get some extra height to skip.
No. Oh, got it.
There we go. Nice. Because remember that we don't have a climb yet, because we haven't got to that money bags yet. But using that technique, she can actually jump and get up here without needing climb at all.
Yep, and we can't usually, I'm just gonna make sure that goes in. Okay, good. We can't usually do a charge jump off that turtle, so we have to flame it first, so it starts moving, and then it allows us to do a charge jump off of it. Just a little quirk.
Yes, charge jumping is another piece of movement that lets us cover pretty long distances.
Okay, so I have a tricky piece of movement here.
And
yep, got it.
Yes, nice. Got it. I was holding my breath. That's a really fun piece of movement that just helps get a few extra gems, which again, so getting the easy gems on the way is always ideal for saving time in the long run.
There we go. And that's where that timer comes into play. I have to get there fast enough for that last box before the power-up ends. We'll just grab some gems here and onto Aquaria Towers. Aquaria Towers. So we're gonna have one shot at a big skip that skips the whole level. I'm really hoping I'm gonna get it. I've been getting it pretty consistently in practice. If we don't get it, we'll have to do the walk of shame and do the level normally. But I'm hoping we can get it.
I believe. So yeah, Aquaria Towers is a really weird level because over the course of the level, it fills up with water. But we're gonna sort of try and get around that mechanic as much as possible. But yeah, this trick can mean that the levels get all put in different places, and then you can't really do the skip.
First, we're just gonna grab an orb here. And unfortunately, we have to give money to Moneybags to open this access to this level. How many fodder do I have?
6.
Nice.
The delay
so
always
one more
makes me
in
nervous.
This level.
Yes, we're again. As a reminder, viewers, we are aiming for 7 fodder, so we're counting those, and there we have our number 7.
Now. Oh, oops.
That's going to help us through the boss.
So 2 tricks. Go ahead and talk about this one.
Yeah, so what we're going to do here is we're going to be jumping on a little invisible pixel that was going to help us get up here. Blink and you'll miss it, but that's a really fun skip too. There's just a random loose pixel there that you can jump on to get up straight to the end of the level. But now here's this wall glide. This wall glide is sort of at a weird angle, and you have to make a long distance. And at the end of the wall glide, you have to land on top of the portal. There we go. Amazing. Okay, great. I'm so glad you got that. The reason it's really dangerous is because if you miss that hover at the end, you very likely will end up going into the portal, which will again take you out of the level, and then you have to come all the way back in. So that was really well done.
And also, a small quirk about that as well is if you miss it and go into the portal, when you re-enter this level, the portal is no longer solid. So you only get one shot at it, which is weird. I don't know why that happens. I guess this is a good time also to quickly talk about differences between PC and console on this. I'm running on PC, and you can run on console. There's a few differences. One of them, you can't wall glide. So your routes are going to be quite a bit different. Another difference is in how we as a community time. I use just a loadless timer for PC, but on console it is in-game time that's used. And because of that, there is some mini games where the clock doesn't go, I guess, it stops. So those are much better to do on console because of that, but we don't. So there's 2 orbs in Colossus, the hockey orbs, that are in the route for console, and we don't get those, but we go to a different level later on to make up for that. If that all made sense, I think it did, and we're out of Aquaria Towers.
Nice. That was really nice, Towers.
Thank you.
You were worried that you weren't going to get that jump. We had faith all along.
I was very worried.
It's a scary jump.
It's a tough trick. Yeah. There's a lot going into it. You need to get enough height. You need to get off the wall at the right time. You need to hover at the right time. It's tough.
By the way, I believe we are at 4 bonks so far.
Are we?
If we count the
4. That doesn't
if we
sound
count
right.
the electric wall in Hurt Coast, it's 4.
Oh, true. Okay. Okay, fine. We're on to our first boss, and what we're going to be doing through this boss is essentially ending his attacks early by taking damage, right? So usually he attacks 3 times in a row, but if we get hit by the first one, he'll stop attacking. Like so. And he'll move and we can damage him. We run away. Now, this is why we got those fodder. Oh, I'm going to get the glitch, or not the glitch, the RNG manip though, so it won't even matter. This is why we got the fodder. At 10 fodder, we will get an extra life, which will take us all the way, will take us all the way back up to full health.
Days.
So usually you only get 3 sheep in this level, so we want to be at 3 fodder to get to 10 in the middle of this fight. I got an RNG manipulation because I was just screwing around and I wanted to do it where 5 sheep drop. So all that fodder counting really didn't matter. There we go. See, there's the extra life and we're back up to full health.
But I still did it.
But you still did it, and I appreciate it so much.
Now it's time to crush the crush.
Yep. Honestly, you could just bank on getting that RNG manipulation, but it really costs you like no time to just get the fodder.
Yeah.
You might as well.
Safer.
I was just about to say, play it safer rather than be in a situation.
True. And shoot. I guess we're on to Glacier, Crystal Glacier. You want to start explaining Crystal Glacier early?
Yeah, so Crystal Glacier has a glitch at the very early in the level that is very tricky to do, but also helps us do some really cool stuff to get through that level without paying money to do some. I guess he opens a bridge, but we don't care because we skip it.
Yeah.
So we're going to be doing...
Yeah, it's 200 gems to open that bridge.
Yes, and that's a huge difference over the course of the run, how many gems you have to get. That adds up. So this is it's called a soul dupe glitch. And remember earlier I was describing souls and how they work and how they activate power-ups. There's a power-up here in Crystal Glacier which lets you superfly. That we can use to get over that bridge. However, there's not enough enemies in the level for you to activate the power-up before the bridge. So what Mads is going to do is she is going to very quickly, within 1 or 2 frames, I believe, kill 2 enemies at the same time, and then checkpoint, and then die. And what that's going to do, if she does it correctly, is it's going to give us an extra soul ahead of time from when we're supposed to have it, and that's going to allow us to use that that power up. So the soul dupe's coming right up here once we get this torch jump. There we go, got it. And she's going to kill both of these enemies at the exact same time. Nice, that looked good.
That felt good. I think I got it.
So
we hit the checkpoint. I'm going to go die. Yep, and sorry, yeah, and when I respawn, you should see 6 at the top of the screen, and I should see 2 enemies in front of me. We'll see if that is the case. 6, 2 enemies, so I kill them again, and those souls count twice.
Yeah, so now we'll be able to go use the super
as Rhodey was just, yep, exactly. But we have to clean up some more enemies and collect a few gems. Oops.
And there's another really fun glitch we're going to see with the Superfly as well that's going to allow us to get over this bridge. But first, we got a mini game to do. Gotta kill some... What are these supposed to be? Louses? Some sort of snow?
Oh, I forgot what they're called. You put me on the spot. Now I don't remember.
I don't remember what they're called.
Shoot.
Things. Critters.
Something lit.
I'm just looking
Something
at
lit.
I'm taking a
There's-
call on the Wigglers. They're Wigglers now.
Yes, I'm behind
Okay.
calling them wigglers.
Or
You'll notice
Jigglers.
that we said nothing about plot or anything. I don't think I really remember. There's not much of a plot.
There's an
Spyro's
evil
here in Avalar
sorcerer.
to-
Spyro
yeah.
wants to take a vacation, but keeps
Okay.
getting yeeted into other realms. So this
Trick
is a
time.
really cool glitch, and it's going to happen really quickly. It's not even going to look like it's a glitch, because it looks like she's just flying straight up, right? But what she was doing there is
Wrong.
actually tricking the game to thinking that she was flying downwards while she's flying upwards. And what that does is it allows her to break through the ceiling. There's a ceiling right there that you're not supposed to be able to fly that high with a super fly. It's just for that mini game. But we can use it to skip the bridge by using this glitch that lets us break through that barrier just by tricking the game, basically, to think we're flying down when we're flying up.
Yeah. It's kind of hard to explain without having like visuals or whatever, but essentially I'm putting inputs on the D-pad and the joystick, so there's down inputs while I'm going up. It's pretty precise, actually. It's pretty intuitive once you like learn how to do it, but it's very difficult to learn, I feel like. We're going on to Skelos Badlands, and this is, as a kid, was absolutely my favorite level in the game. I don't know, I just liked how like lonely, and I like the dinosaurs. It's cool. We're not going to be spending too much time here. Most of our time in Skelos will be taken up by a mini game. Should I do the jump? Should I do the jump? I'm going to do the jump. I didn't get it. I did.
Easy.
Nice. I usually don't do that. So Spyro 2 was the first video game I've ever owned. So I had this when I was very young, the Orig, and I had almost 100% completion, but I could not, for the life of me, in 5th grade, figure out how to beat this series of mini games. So a friend of mine in elementary school also had this game. Her name was Stephanie. Shout out to Stephanie. She brought to school a map with eggs drawn on it, right? How to do this, and helped me out. And I feel like that was my first speedrunning community that I partook in there in elementary school. And now I'm pretty sure I know how to do this fairly well.
Thanks, Stephanie.
Oh. Yeah,
So you
thanks,
did some
Stephanie.
great work out there.
Okay, we got one more wall glide coming up right here, which will take us straight to the end of the level. Let's see if I just get it in one.
Oh, come on.
Wow, the
That
disrespect on
darned-
that.
Yeah,
was just
that was lame.
I was like, that was just the game's way of saying you've had too much good luck.
There
We
we
have
go.
to take you down a notch.
And that's an example
Yeah,
of
we'll
wall glide
call
where you
that
can
luck.
very clearly see the height gain happening there. That makes that jump possible.
We're gonna just buy climb and go into another level real quick. So we have time for maybe 1 or 2 donations.
Sure thing. I have a $25 donation from Small Coffee. I'm so excited to be able to catch these runs. Let's go Malala Fun. Let's go Boss Fatales. Let's go ladies. You're all amazing. I have a $25 donation from Henry saying, looking forward to the Hades run. I played so much Hades during COVID lockdown and absolutely fell in love with it. And I have one more.
Hades next week. Heck yeah.
Oh, and are you good, or do you want me to
I'll
read
be
one more?
commentating that, so I'm pumped for it. Yeah, go for it.
Alrighty, fantastic. I have a $10 donation from Ren. So excited to hear Vanessa on the hosting desk. I first came across her doing UBAF, and her energy and dry humor make my day. Good luck, runners. And absolutely, make sure you're hanging out and chilling with us on Frost Fatales because we're helping out the Malala Fund. We're doing great stuff to help women all around the world with their education needs and secondary education. And I have one more from Marcus for $25 saying, greetings from Germany, keep it going.
Thank you. All right, we're in Scorch. We're not going to spend too much time here. No orbs. We already did a perfect hover to get pretty far into the level where we're not supposed to. Do a quick wall glide there. Quick wall glide here. There we go. Quick wall glide. Okay, we're going the somewhat intended route. Come on. There we go. Usually don't have trouble with that one. Might be something to do with doing it live in front of a lot of people. But we open up
That
to
guy
the
was
end.
being rude. It's fine.
I think I'm gonna get the. Yeah, he was. Yeah, that isn't that difficult of a wall glide. We're gonna get some safety gems in my route. Yeah, my timing's all wrong. These people are in wrong positions. That's fine. We got a couple extra gems because I missed some earlier. We're probably good on gems still, but I'd rather play it safe in a marathon setting. Some safety strats. Fracture Hills is next. The beginning of Fracture is pretty straightforward. We're going to be freeing satyrs from like a stone encasement. I don't know why they're in stone. I don't know the lore of this game very well, but we have to free them, and they're going to play their bagpipes, and they're going to play just the best bop in this whole game, in my opinion. And that bop is going to let us into the temple to get the talisman. So that's what we're going to be doing to start, and then it's going to go off the rails after that. We got some tricks at the end of this level.
Yeah, let's get some jam emojis in the chat for these bagpipes coming up, though.
For sure. Okay, I cut it short though. We only got
Gotta go
time for so
fast.
much jamming. Okay. Okay, so the pigs in this level are the cutest thing in the whole world. They dance to the bagpipes. If we're lucky, I think we might have seen one or might have killed one. But a pig coming up, bonk. I can hit the pig into a barrel, and it saves me like half a second for collecting the gem. But it is like my favorite little mini game thing to try to do, even though it's like super inconsequential. So it's right up here. It looks like a good position. Nah, he moved. Dang it. Sad. Sad face. Now I have to jump up here. Okay. So clean up a few more enemies. We have our last satyr up here.
Nice. You got the one flame there. That was nice.
Yes. Don't hit me. Thank you. Also don't hit me. Thank you. Okay, now things get interesting. We're gonna use this supercharge power up first of all to hopefully, if I get my movement good, come on up here to collect some gems. And this alchemist up here, he's going to be delivering a potion to Hunter. And these earth shapers, see, I know some of the lore, earth shapers, we need to move them out of the way so they don't like knock the potion down. But what we're actually going to do is just hit that one and then get out of dodge. We're leaving that minigame. The minigame is still happening, but I don't know what specifically is going on, but there's no like animations associated with attacking the professor when we're this far away. So when we leave, we come to get the talisman, we do a little multitasking. And when we go back into the loading zone for that minigame, like so, it's over. We got it. We did it.
We did
Good
it.
job.
We saved
protected
Hunter.
Good
the
job,
alchemist.
team.
And then it warps us back over here so that we can use that supercharge power up to free the fawn from the house. But we're not going to do that the intended way either. We're going to do this series of jumps right here. That bonk doesn't count, to do that on purpose. And boom, we free her. You're supposed to go on a long track around the whole level to get here, but that's a lot faster. Nice. In the next level, we have our first instance of RNG, or like major RNG at least, in Hunter's Popcorn Challenge.
Yes, I hope you all are hungry for
so
popcorn.
True. So we'll see how that goes. I was thinking I would donate like $5 for every popcorn that Hunter gets. So I'll try to keep it to a minimum.
Yeah, so we're going to see it here shortly, but essentially it's a mini game where you're like an ice cave inside a volcano, which is inactive, but it's ice for some reason. And
it's science actually. I think science is what you're
because science.
looking for.
And they there's like cracks in the ground where little shiny crystals will pop up, and Hunter is like challenges you to see who can collect the most of them. But they can pop up randomly in random places. So we're gonna see how it goes. So now we're in this ice cave.
Okay, I gotta sit forward in gamer mode here.
Gamer mode. Okay, there's one, super easy.
He's gonna get that one. Yeah, we need 10 of them. And also, sorry if you get motion sick. My partner does, and I'm gonna be swinging the camera around a lot here. So you might want to look away until this is done.
Am I correct in assuming it's just first to 10? Because I'm seeing that he's collecting some too still.
Yes, it's first to 10, and that's it. So Hunter got 3. That's $15.
Not too bad.
And we win. That was a mediocre popcorn. We got more fun tricks right away.
Fun tricks on the way.
So we're gonna do a different kind of wall glide here to circumvent a lot of the level and also avoid paying money bags right there. So I'll do it first.
Yes, this is one of only a handful of out of bounds we do in this run. Or in this route, anyway.
Okay, that bonk didn't count either. Yeah, so we do a wall glide. I call them corner glides. I don't really know if we have a name for them. But we kind of wedge ourselves into a little nook and we kind of continue to gain height to get to unintended places. We're going to do that a couple times. And then party crashers. Can you explain party crashers while I focus on doing party crashers?
Yeah, so these weird lava penguin things stole the party hats from the like Fawn's party. And so we just have to route around and use these little lava balls to shoot them down.
I think I missed. Shoot.
It's really tricky to hit them because the auto aim it helps you a little bit, but sometimes it really messes you up. And the whenever you shoot the little lava ball out, it will just miss. Sometimes it helps you, sometimes it just doesn't. It's a little bit unpredictable.
Okay, we're going rogue. I gotta replenish my thing. So yeah, I missed one there. Usually I have a much tighter route, but this dude was missed. So let's come back down here and find our last 2. And also collect these gems right here.
Also, I appreciate that these party hats are non-flammable.
I'm gonna do a very slightly suboptimal maneuver here, and it's the most important thing of the run. I'm gonna go up to here to talk to him. He's gonna thank me for shutting the volcano off, something I totally did. And now, roll. That's right, you can roll.
We got the barrel roll. So the barrel is something that you could do in the OG, original Spyro game, but then in 2 and 3 they took it out and they have hover instead. But in the Reignited trilogy, you can roll in all 3 games. It's not really useful in the speedrun in many cases, at least not since one glitch got patched out. But it's fun.
Yes, I wanted to have an excuse to roll. We are going to pay money bags here. We're going to go to Shady Oasis. Shady, the beginning of Shady is basically an auto-scroller. There's going to be a little hippo, Shorty the hippo. We're going to give him a fruit. He's going to turn into a giant hippo. He's going to break through to a path for us, and we're going to follow him. And it's basically a matter of keeping Shorty moving at different checkpoints. So this is actually a really good time, since there's not really too much of interest here for most of Shady, for 1 or 2 more donations.
I got you. I can get you a couple of donations. We have a $25 donation from Anonymous. And we have another anonymous donation for $25. However, it says, Small Neck. Is it possible something this cute exists? As always, you are all amazing, creating an amazing event for an amazing cause, with amazing runners and staff, and with amazing games. I had to give during Spyro. The original trilogy are my childhood games. Good luck to all for the coming week.
You can do 1 or 2 more.
Fantastic.
This is a boring
we
level.
have a 50. Oh, wonderful. Well, it's not that boring. I mean, you're going through it relatively quickly. It's quite impressive. I've been just entranced this entire time. But I digress.
Well, thank you.
We have a $50 donation from Team Teamwork. That's a mouthful. And we have a $25 donation from KCB as well. I adore these games so much. And hearing your point about the barrel roll actually kind of makes me salty, because why would they take it out the original? It doesn't make sense.
I don't know. Yeah. Thank you so much, everybody, bringing in those donations. It really means a whole lot to support us in this run and to support this amazing cause.
If you want, I could read a few more. You want some more donations?
We're coming up in just a moment. Do one more, and then we'll come back. Yeah.
Alrighty. Well, we got a $25 donation from Chase as well. There, we did the thing. Yeah, you're right. This level just does not have a lot going on.
Okay, so we're at the end. We're gonna initiate another kind of mini game, the Thieves. There's 3 thieves in the level. We're gonna have to go chase them down and get the magic lamps from them. First, we get the talisman from Shorty.
Thanks, Shorty.
And to do that, we're gonna be using some rocks over here. So we're gonna spit at them, which sounds kind of gross, but there we go.
And spitting the rock at them from a distance means that they basically won't run away. Like, because they're similar to like the egg thieves in the other Spyro games and how they run around.
True.
So we want to avoid having to chase them as much as possible.
Yep, we're gonna chase this last one and you kind of see how it works. I'm gonna grab some gems though as well. And we're gonna launch this rocket. There we go. So we get warp back up here. That rocket is flying through the air. We're gonna hear a sound in a few seconds. There it is. That means that my gems are here. Up, 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 up. Perfect. And we're out of Shady. There is a new skip found in that game that I wasn't able to learn quite fast enough to put into my run, where you can ride that rocket like around the level. That's pretty cool. So yeah, there is a few tricks that Shady has for us. I just wasn't able to bring him to the marathon. But coming up, we're gonna do some cleanup here in Autumn Plains, which is the hub world that we're in. Over here, if you're familiar with the OG Spyro speedruns, that wall is really essential to Spyro 2 OG runs. Not so much for us. We just kind of go through it. And now we're gonna have a long and zen glide through the air. Time to be calm. Center ourselves.
Listen to the chill vibes. Drink some water. I love it. I love this glide so much. I remember finding that glide when I first played the game casually as a kid, and thinking it was like the coolest discovery ever.
We had to pay money bags again. That sucks. We don't like doing that, but we have to get into Zephyr. Zephyr's going to start out with an out of bounds, a wall glide to get us out of bounds, and then it's only going to get a little weirder from there.
Yeah, so Zephyr is a level where we really get to see the really amazing geometry in the Reignited trilogy. So we're just going to ignore all this stuff. We're just going to fly right through it and head a little bit further into the level, and that skips like this whole long sort of field that you normally have to do. And Mads is also going to use this really cool piece of geometry. That tile that she's standing on is actually slightly taller than the rest of the ground. It allows her to get just enough height to get up here onto this ledge, but it's really tricky. It's still a very, very precise wall glide.
I let those birds survive is the problem.
Oh, both of them.
We're gonna get it. Yeah. I was just telling you earlier how I was so proud. We're just going to go around. I was so proud that I just got the movement down to kill them. And now here we are.
Yeah, so getting rid of those birds earlier allows us to safely do this without them throwing these annoying missiles at us. But what was that movement?
I'm calling a flag on the play. This bird is on nonsense.
This bird is not
This bird
having
has
it.
cheats. I see them. I saw the entire thing.
Okay, but so normally we're supposed to in this level we're supposed to blow this whole area up.
There we go.
To talk to this guy in here, but you can actually just fly over here and climb around on this TNT, which for some reason has like accurate collision on it, so you can climb on it however you want. And so we're gonna be using that to get all around the level. So we can get to this end without having to do that big cutscene, but we can also get to this invisible wall here, which is pretty narrow and easy to fall off of. So we got it really nice and cleanly there, and it allows us to glide here. And that skip is actually really, really important because normally to get to this orb, you have to do this really long puzzle segment where you're like planting seeds and climbing in the specific order, but we can avoid all of that, which is really great.
Whew. Okay, we got to the end of Zephyr. Somehow, some way, we found a way.
We did it. Those birds tried their hardest to stop you.
Those birds had cheats. I saw the whole thing.
They do, yeah.
Nah, that's fine. But you could kind of see how when I was trying to do my wall glide, I was just falling straight down. That was me trying to hover slightly too early because basically I was flustered because I'm supposed to kill those birds on the way through. But yeah, that's kind of how tight these hovers are. You need to have it like right at half a second. So you have enough height. Because otherwise you start losing height before you get there. Another long run across the wall. And we're going to be on to Breeze Harbor. Breeze Harbor also has a kind of annoying semi-RNG part with the mine minigame that we're going to be doing. It's a lot easier if you do the mine minigame the correct way. We are not going to do that. We're going to do it the incorrect way. So we'll see that in just a second. We're going to be exploding some mines with a cannon from very far away. So hopefully they kind of just line up and it works. And if they don't,
yes, and if you play this game casually, you probably are already aware of how frustrating these mines are to hit because their timing is just super awkward, and this cannon moves, like the projectile moves so slowly, it's really tricky to hit them.
Okay, so I'm shooting some very far away. I think that should be... There we go.
Oh, there's one.
And then, there we go. Cool. So that wasn't awful. One of the things that makes that so difficult is the adjustments take so long to know if they worked. Okay, so that wasn't too bad. We're gonna try to get this on the first try. Nope, that's okay.
Nice.
So we're on the Trouble on the Trolley track. These are not activated. This is a mini game we're not gonna do. Thank the Lord. I hate this one personally, but we're gonna use that track to do this long glide over here. And normally we have to do a ring around the rosy with that dude. He's trying to put out fires, but to put this boat higher, but we're gonna just do some tricky jumps.
As
and
intended,
we don't have to deal
definitely
with
the intended path.
Yep. So normally we raise this boat up, but it takes a long time. There's a cutscene. We just jump over the abyss and do some parkour.
Nicely done.
Just
a couple more mines to clean up.
Pop! That guy
Could
comes
probably
out of
do a
nowhere.
donation or two while we do this last mine segment, yeah?
I was actually just about to ask if you
yes.
would like some more donations. So we have a $25 donation from Mr. Game and Shout. Chat Mods told me to donate. You should always listen to Chat Mods. Also, that small neck plush is the best thing, and I want to win it so bad. We have a $25 donation from Sprinkle Theory, Frost Fatales 2022, Spyro the Dragon, Small Neck Plushie, Possible Data Xemnas fight later in Kingdom Hearts. Let's go! By the way, just a reminder for everybody, while you're donating, make sure you manually choose the things that you want to put in a bid for to win prizes. And we are running that full $10,000 prize for Kingdom Hearts 2 Xemnas Data. Oh my god, I can't say the whole thing. The Data Xemnas fight in Kingdom Hearts. It's just so many words. It's a Square Enix thing. Like, right there with belts and zippers. I completely understand. But, like, it's just a bunch of verbiage. But there's a fun fight, and you should totally donate towards it. Okay, bye.
True. We just went back to Summer Forest. Now that we have Climb, we can kind of clean up 2 more orbs and some gems. We're coming up on the Gulp fight, though. This is the scariest part of the run, and I'm actually a fool because I'm going to be doing this with less than full health, which is not ideal.
I believe.
So we're going to travel back to Autumn Plains, and we're going to get warped to the boss arena outside of it here when we get back. There's a lot of things that make the gulp fight hard, and it's hard to list them all because it's a really janky fight. A lot of things can go wrong that are kind of just out of our control. On top of, there's a lot of RNG that we're going to be looking for. So we're going to just hope for the best. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Well, we have to let Ripto say his piece here.
Oh yes.
So just a moment.
It's important that we listen to what Ripto has to say.
And you can have all the fairies you can eat. I'm going to enjoy this. Okay, so good. So now we're going to have some pterodactyls dropping weapons into the arena. I'm going to actually let him run after me here. And there's 3 different ones. These first 3 phases are scripted, so we can kind of see what all the weapons are. We have barrels, and this is going to be the bomb phase. Oh, also, motion sickness warning. I'm going to be running in circles like this, and it might be kind of painful for some. Let me just do some dodging. Okay, there we go. Okay, and then this next phase is going to be rockets. Wait, no, it isn't. We got so lucky that this didn't despawn.
Yeah, I never seen that before.
Free double hit.
Is someone in the back keeping track of the never before scene? We checked that off for today. Got it.
To be clear, I have seen this. I have seen every permutation of this darned fight that you can possibly have. So we're hoping for seeing rockets.
Take it off the list. We don't have it yet.
So we're looking for rockets because rockets can allow us to get double hits, and we're not getting rockets. This is frustrating.
I said this earlier when we were in practice, but yes. With gulp, there's no good gulp fight. You either get a bad gulp fight or a worse gulp fight.
True. So here's what. So you see how I had the rocket in my mouth, I hit him with the barrel, and then I shot the rocket. That's what we call a double hit. It allows us to just skip a phase of the fight, and we're trying to do a couple more double hits here. But we need rockets to do that. There's a bomb.
You can't distract me during.
Not only are you relying on what the pterodactyls are dropping, you're also relying on the pterodactyls not getting stuck on the rafters up above and not dropping anything at all, which can happen.
Yes.
My cat's currently...
among other glitches.
Yes.
Okay, we're looking for one more double hit and then a single hit if we can, just because we lucked out on that bomb staying on the field earlier. Okay, let's see what that one is on our next go around. I'm just gonna, YOLO, pick this up.
Okay. Well, I'll actually do a little bit of
my God. He moves so slightly.
Be happy. We actually just got a world record in a different category of Zelda 2.
I mean, that's on me.
Just about an hour ago.
I could say that was Gulf all I want, but that was on me.
Awesome.
We're allowed to blame Gulp.
I actually did have the
I saw him using the Game Genie in the back. No, they got cheats for you today. I saw the whole thing.
It's on my body, so. But I still had a lot of fun.
Okay, so we just need anything here. We'll do it for us, because he only has 1 hit point left. As long as this isn't a chicken.
Now I'm walking in Palace Flood.
Nice. Cool. So we're out of the gulp fight. Honestly, that wasn't that bad of a gulp fight. That was pretty good, even with those missed rockets. Yeah, happy with that. And we're going to be on to our last hub world here. What's it called? Winter Tundra. And it's going to start off with a really big wall glide to skip into the castle area.
I actually made.
Yes, I'm going to be counting the bonks here. Got my pen and paper ready.
Oh, I'm for sure going to have 1 or 2 on the wall glide.
Zelda in a lovely blue dress.
Spyro.
So the reason that we're taking this this wall glide is because so again we have to pay money bags here to get head bash, which oh my God, that was beautiful.
No box.
Wow, that was perfect. It's a
Yeah,
really,
sorry,
really
I'll
tricky
explain stuff.
wall glide. So the reason that she was taking that wall glide is because normally we're supposed to get head bash to break a rock
Oh, you might
that's
want to stop
blocking the
talking
door.
for a second. For
But if
some
we
reason,
do
there's a
this
hot
way,
mic
it actually just allows us
somewhere.
to get a lot less gems. Because we need 1,000 gems for that head bash, and as you can see, we only have 758. If we didn't have that skip to do this level, we would essentially have one less level. I guess 2 less levels, right? 2 less levels? 1 less level.
Yeah.
We would have less levels to gather the gems we need for that, and so that means we would have to get more gems in those levels. So, so this is a bit of a sequence break essentially that just lets us do these in whatever order we want, to spend less time getting gems that we don't need after we've already done the last money bags purchase, basically.
Yes. It makes routing this level a little harder because you're supposed to have head bash to kill some of the enemies. We need souls to activate a power-up. So we're going to be going all sorts of out of our way. And I've already been doing some things to make sure we get some enemies. And these bees are, come on, yes, are nightmarish. They are nightmarish. They're very hard to avoid their stingers. So we got 2 more of them to deal with. This one. And then, nope, shoot, come on. Come on, over here. There we go. And we're gonna have one last wall glide. Right there, and that is all the souls we needed. So we're going to, oh, I'm sorry. Huge warning, spookiness incoming. If you don't like spookiness, if you're easily spooked, do not watch. Because this is the spookiest part of the run. With these jack-o'-lanterns. Ah, so spooky. I don't know. I like these jack-o'-lanterns. I think it's so silly that there's these big
really
metal
funny.
jack-o'-lanterns here.
I also love that they're not carved in their faces. They like have metal plates like stapled to them for some reason.
All right, so we
mean,
broke all the jack-o'-lanterns. Yeah, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I mean, we say that the pumpkins, the jack-o'-lanterns don't make sense, but we're also about to see some other levels where it's like, why are these here?
Yeah, true. Okay, so returning to Winter Tundra, we're gonna collect some gems in an orb here. You're gonna see, are you gonna see it here? The optimal stair climbing strats, which I haven't really showed off yet.
Okay, to be clear, these
But
bonks do
it's
not count towards our bonk count.
Yeah, smashing
Unless
Spyro,
you want to.
That one does. Smashing Spyro's face against the stairs is the fastest way to get up there. Whoops, missed the hole. There it is. I think I'm good. Is that good? I don't think. No, it wasn't. I get so disoriented down here. There we go. Pretty sure that got over. Nice. Okay, so we get that orb. We quit game. Continue. This is just to get back outside of the castle and by the portals that we need to get to. And we have, what, 3 more levels? 3 more levels before the Ripto fight. Mystic Marsh is usually a really long level. We're going to spend almost no time here. Usually you have to get a ton of souls to turn on a, what's it called, super jump power up. That doesn't. But if we are tricky, come on. There we go.
There we go.
We can just do that. And then we have 2 more quick jumps here.
It's another example of some of the interesting geometry in the Reignited trilogy. The fact that we can jump on that ledge is really handy.
Yep. And we just go and get this orb here, and then we just leave the level. All the other orbs in that level are pretty long. There's like this big trading sequence, and there's chasing kangaroos around or whatever, so we just get that one and leave. And you'll notice also we don't have to get talismans anymore. The first 14 levels we were getting talismans. There's only orbs that we're worried about from here on out. Orbs and gems, and I am very good on my gems. I will actually be over gemmed by quite a bit to hit that 1,000 mark. But I was trying to be safe for marathon purposes. Oop, talk to me, bud. Okay, we got a trick coming up. Blink and you miss it trick here. That's kind of flashy. But if you want to tell them what's going on.
It's time for some Spyro parkour. Hope you're all ready. 3, 2, 1. Here it goes.
Let's jam.
And so normally here you're supposed to defeat these wizards, and they, you know, they put down their magic and the bridge returns to normal, but we don't care. We're just gonna, we don't care that the bridge is all spinning around. We could just jump on it anyway. So this level has lots of really interesting sort of pathing around the regular path here. And so that wizard there we do have to kill. And as you can see, whenever you kill the wizard, there's a little cutscene where like everything goes back, but that's another thing that quick jump lets us skip. And here what we're gonna do is you go ahead.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
We're starting this minigame here where Agent Zero is playing. We're supposed to be chasing him down. And when we start that, we can actually kill the wizard for this section up here, which will teleport us up there and allow us to essentially just teleport up there so that we can get to the end of the level while the minigame is still going on.
So as I get this orb, though, you'll see I fail that minigame, which then allows us to teleport right back down here. Save us on a lot of movement, and we can start the hide and seek again. Essentially, I just have to follow him without being seen. He's really not good at seeing me, though, if you know where to stand. And you'll also notice that with 1001, I have the amount of gems I need. There's plenty more gems along this mini game. Like I said, I'm way over gemmed just for safety, but there's a whole bunch here that I would be getting as I follow Agent Zero up to his secret hideout.
But yeah, it's essentially just an auto-scroller at this point, and since the gems are, like, what else are we gonna do but pick up the gems, right?
Yeah. Huh? There we go. So this is actually the level.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was just gonna make a quick baha. I understand why later stealth games don't understand how stealth works, because this man is the prototype.
True.
Yes.
I was also gonna say this level, I believe, is the one that is not played on the console route. Just don't go there. But don't quote me on that. I'm not a console runner.
But yeah, it just goes to show that there's some really, really big differences in routing, though.
Okay, so we have our gems. This is our last talk with Moneybags. He gets our 1,000 gems. There you go, bud. And we can now head bash, which we need to first get this orb. And now we can just get into the castle. I'm also going to be doing some quick head bashes. It's kind of hard to notice unless you kind of know the animation of the head bash, but if you charge into your head bash very quickly, like the animation plays a lot faster. Saves, I don't know, probably a second per head bash, so it's not inconsequential.
Yeah, because you have to do a bunch of them in this level, so it adds up.
Yeah, super does. Because and this is why we need it. We're going to get 4 orbs from here, and we really just cannot route Metropolis out because it's a quick level with a lot of fast orbs.
Because there's one character that just has a whole bunch of them in her pocket for some reason.
Yeah, she's just hoarding the orbs. And this is, oh yeah, here we go. This is the character, come on Spyro, get up there, that I do not understand, and it's probably because I glide past the conversation. I don't know why this ice rink is here. I don't know why this ox has bombs. I don't know why I have to fight him, but whatever, I'll do it.
This is a very resilient ox bull thing.
Yeah. Classic throw the weapons back at the boss. And we're gonna do some more movement through the barnyard animals that are attacking this place from space.
Of course,
which I guess are the same, which you saw a bunch of them in the previous Spyro 3 run. The Spyro 3 Space Animal Extended Universe continues there.
Yes, it does. My theory is that in Spyro 3 they're attacking Hunter because for revenge for what you do to them in this level.
That's fair. That's fair. Because I'm about to shoot down a bunch of spaceships. She's going to give her first orb, and she has 2 more. We have this Superfly / Flame power up, and we're going to shoot down some sheep flying saucers. Okay, so first one I go up here.
I just would like to make a quick PSA that viewers and chatters, we've passed $14,000.
What?
Hey,
We're past $14,000.
nice.
You did that.
Hype.
Watching these runs and having a good time, supporting these runners, supporting Frost Fatales. Thank you so much, everybody, for all the donations. Keep them coming in. We're still working on that Xemnas data. I'm just going to say Xemnas data fight. Yeah, there we go. And we're working towards that. Make sure you get those donations in and that you're manually picking the things that you want to go towards your incentives.
Nice job there on
That's our last orb, y'all. Thank you. That is 40 orbs. So you know what that means. It's Ripto time, baby. All that's left is the final boss. There's 3 phases this final boss. There's a lot of RNG to it, like there was for the Gulp fight, and that's just the way it is. There's a lot of kind of difficult mechanics. I'm going to try to do my best. Ideally, I dispatch the first and second phases in 2 cycles and then get on to the 3rd phase, but we'll see if I'm able to do that. Because first, I need to give Spyro a concussion. Climbing these stairs.
What, that's not
And
how
here
you
we
climb
go.
stairs? That's how I climb stairs.
True. Just headbang to some metal.
And all of those orbs we got along the way were just to open that one door. So there we are.
Yep.
There they go.
Okay, so speaking of orbs, Hunter is flying around the arena dropping orbs of 3 different colors. There's green ones, red ones, and blue ones. I have to collect 3 to be able to damage Ripto, and the 3rd orb I pick up dictates what power-up I get. I want to be seeing red as my 3rd one. I'll accept blue. I never am going to be picking up, I lost him. I'm never going to be picking up, oh, we good, green as my 3rd one. Oh, great, there's 3 greens. So I want to be seeing red here. Come on, Hunter. Okay. Doesn't matter. He dropped it right on Ripto for some reason. I'm not taking that. I will allow Ripto to do his thing. Oh my god, Hunter. Give me a red.
Come on, Hunter. Get with the program.
See, now they're just plotting against you at this point. This is staged.
Oh my
Green
goodness.
right on top.
This is staged.
On top of
I
him.
was say first it was the Eagles with the missiles, and then it was this nonsense bull.
Okay, I'll do the blue. I'll do the blue and I'll try to cycle him.
Yeah, the blue one's just a little bit trickier to use, but there we go.
Okay, I got it. Man, that was whack. That is the technical term for what
Yes.
Hunter was doing there, being whack. Okay, so now the colors don't matter as much. I can cycle him with any colors.
I see somebody in the chat is asking why no green. It's because the power-ups do different things. So the blue ones give you a supercharge, the red ones give you a super flame, as you see now, and the green one gives you a really awkward flame that like lobs. And it's very difficult
it's a
to
slow
hit
lobbing
Ripto.
projectile.
Yeah. So it's faster
I can
just
hit
to
him
go
once
for one of the others.
consistently, but yeah. Okay. Where did he drop that?
I think behind you. Oh no, there.
Yeah, and you'll see what the green does here. Like I can hit this giant mech
It's a
with this, but I
slow-moving-
can't hit the tiny yeah. Okay, on to the final phase. Aerial battle. Time will be on the last hit. I can do some manipulating of his movements if I am good, I guess. But after a bit, it'll kind of just get away from me and I'll have to just freestyle it. So we have our flames and our Superfly. Okay, this is a good start. We like it when he is kind of goes back and forth like that near us. Okay, we don't like it when he jets around. It's hard to... Oh, I thought I had him. One more hit. And time.
That was a great Ripto fight.
There we go. Yeah, the third
Third phase.
phase was really good, at least. We'll just skip to the credits. Okay, well, that is all. Can I get my time as well before I do all the sign-off stuff?
I believe I'm waiting for it to catch up on my side because of course I am. But it looks like you clocked it at 1 hour, 7 minutes, and then I can't see the seconds. I actually can't see the seconds, but I got 1 hour and 7 minutes.
Cool. Awesome. Thank you. Okay. So, Rhodey, do you want to have any shout-outs or anything before I go?
No, just thank you everybody for watching. And really quickly, I do want to say that the final, assuming that we're counting the, the invisible wall bonks on the in Hurricos, my bonk count is 10. So if everybody that was watching along and is donating $1 or $2 per bonk, our total is 10. So right after this, I'm going to be donating $10 for that, and probably throwing a couple extra into just because it's a great cause and it was a really great run.
True.
Oh,
thank you so much for counting my mistakes, Rhodey.
Anytime.
I mean, hey, at least you didn't count the ones on the stairs.
True. Yeah, thank you so much for having me, showing off Spyro. Love this game. Thank you so much for donating, y'all. There's a ton more, obviously, great runs all week. So keep donating, keep watching. We have a really cool Zelda run coming up next. Thank you to my partner who is watching our dogs right now and making sure they're not barking and causing a ruckus. And yeah, I think that's all I have. So thank you and catch you later.
Thank you so much for the run. It's appreciated. And I got to see Spyro 2 for the first time. Fully at least. Very fully. Alrighty, well, let's go ahead and get situated and set up for this next run. I believe we have some Zelda coming through. We still have just a touch of time left for the incentive that we have on that. It's going to be closing up very, very soon. As a matter of fact, as soon as we start this run, it's going to close up. Make sure you get those donations in for those incentives that you're really interested in. A lot of people are vying for the small neck, and we will be back with you here in just a moment. Alrighty. While we're actually getting situated, I do want to put out some friendly reminders to everybody. Again, Frost Fatales is going to be benefiting Malala Fund, which is working for a world where girls can learn and lead. Malala Fund advocates for resources and policy changes needed to give all girls a secondary education, investing in local education leaders, and amplifying the voices of girls fighting for change. You can learn more about this wonderful organization at malala.org. As a matter of fact, I want to talk a little bit more about some of the things that they offer. One of the big things that they have on their site, if you've gone to the site, I actually went to it and looked around a little bit myself. They have a thing called Assembly, and that's their digital newsletter. It's a digital newsletter and publication directly from Malala Fund, which is co-founded by students and Nobel laureate Malala Yousafzai. Malala Fund works to create a world where all girls can learn and lead. Again, all those donations are going to be going to a fantastic cause, and we really, really appreciate all of your love and support hanging out with us today while we get set up for some more fantastic runs. I hope you're all having a great time. Hope you're all having a fantastic time. Don't forget about all those wonderful prizes. I mean, everyone's kind of hanging out with the small neck, and that's always a good time. We love the small neck. And last but not least, I do want to remind people that all of your subs and bits, they do help put on more events like what we're watching right now. This is Frost Fatales 2022, and we also kind of help fund with things like hotfix events. Many of you recognize me from Unapologetically Black and Fast, and if you like stuff like that, we have more things coming down the pipeline, and all of those bits and subs help towards those causes. So while we're getting set up, I do have a couple other donations that have come through. We have a $25 donation from Chaos Baloo. We have a $75 donation coming in for Rosewood Pip. Great to see Pleasantly Twisted as a commentator on the Spyro stream. I'm happy to support Frame Fatales and the Malala Fund. Best wishes to all. We have another $25 donation from Kara. We have a $30 donation coming in from Anonymous. And we have another $25 donation coming in from Teffy42. We're gonna see if we can get some things going in chat. What are some prizes that you're really excited about? What are some things that you're really looking forward to or you're trying to win with your donations? I know that I am a very big fan of the Artorias art print that they have up. You can get that by doing a minimum $15 donation and on the page selecting that as your incentive that you're going to go for. A lot of people have pointed out the $25 donation for a small neck plush. The small neck plush is really good though. It's really, really good. Like it's pretty great. It's pretty great. And then we also have a Heartless Cross Stitch. Oh gosh, the Heartless Cross Stitch is really good. That's a minimum $15 donation. We'll be back here in a couple of minutes. Make sure you get up, stretch. You know we endorse self-care here. Go forth and get yourself a water, get yourself a snack, and we will be back here in a couple of moments. And welcome back, everybody. Thank you for hanging out with us over the course of the ad break. Hopefully you had a chance to get up, stretch your legs, do a lap around the house, get yourself a nice water. I wanted to ask a question to the chat too while everybody's here. What is your favorite kind of like self-care beverage? Like right now I'm on a really big lemon water thing. And I think that that would be something to just kind of get conversation going with a little bit with everybody. I'm a very big tea drinker, but what are you drinking? What are you having right now to stay hydrated as you enjoy these fantastic speed runs? Speaking of fantastic speed runs, we also are getting some fantastic support from our friends over at the Yeti. Just as a gentle reminder, every shirt that's purchased from Frost Fatales, $5 is going to go to Malala Fund. And we have some brand spanking new spiffy pins for Frost Fatales this year. For every pin that's purchased, $4 will be going to Malala Fund. And with the help of Yeti and everybody in chat, we as a community have brought in over $2 million from GDQ charities. So go buy some stuff. I'm not the best person for that. I'll tell you to buy stuff anyway. But now it's going to have a good cause attached to it too. Buy some stuff. Stuff is good. We like stuff, and we also like our self-care waters. We have a couple other donations that have come in. We've got Ben Alexis with a $25 donation. We have Lord Nightmare with a $25 donation. Adel Twin Tone with the $100 donation, and it says, no comment. We have a $20 donation from Faustus. Thank you so much for your support to Malala Fund. We have another $17 donation from Anonymous. Again, thank you so much, everybody, for all the love and support. As we move that ticker up further and further, we are almost at $14,500 in donations, $14,500. I think we can get it there. I think we can get there probably early on in the next run that we have set up. And just as a reminder too, we do have an all-day incentive going for the Data Xemnas fight. All those donations as they stack up are going to be going towards that fight. So make sure you get those donations in if you want to see a really, really cool bonus fight at the end of I want to say it's the end of today. I'm pretty sure it's the end of today. If you've never seen the fight, it's a treat. It's a really big treat. So you definitely want to put down some doll hairs for that. Oh, we have a brand spanking new $100 donation asking for clarity from Zellboy, saying, we said $10 per bunk, right? Thank you so much for appeasing the unspoken bunk incentive. We really appreciate that. We have another $10 donation from Karaga13 saying, donating for bunks. We have a $25 donation coming in from another anonymous user. And we have a $50 donation from Sylvia saying, I just want to thank all the wonderful people out here. Much love. We have another $25 donation coming in from Wegthor. And a $5 donation coming in from Schmumbler. So let's see what we're talking about in chat over here. Are we talking about some beverages? Are we talking about some things that we want to drink? I'm looking at some of the answers. We've got hot chocolate is my go-to comfort drink. I endorse and enjoy a good hot chocolate. It's great stuff. Wonderful stuff. Favorite comfort beverage, hot chocolate with cinnamon, clove, and cayenne. Ooh. Oh, cayenne pepper. Oh, we like the spicy hot chocolate. I love that for you. I love that. And then Kind of Nerdy just kind of nails it. It's like, we just ended hot cocoa season, but does hot cocoa season ever really have to end? Does it have to end? I mean, I feel like at that point you just turn down the temperature and now you're just having chocolate shakes. I could be wrong. I could be way off base here. Way out of line. No idea. You can tell me if I'm wrong. I accept if I'm wrong. We have another $25 donation coming in from Anonymous. And I want to see, I'm bouncing back and forth because anyone who's been around me long enough will tell you I'm just kind of all over and everywhere. I got some literally blue flavored energy drink to find out what blue tasted like. Wait, was the actual flavor blue? Did it just say blue? It didn't say blue raspberry. It didn't try to even appease fruit punch. Just blue? That doesn't make much sense at all. That's just silly. That's just silly. You know, with that being said, we have a whole Hot Fix segment called Kinda Silly. And if you haven't watched it, it's a really, really good time. It takes some time to highlight some of the runs that are games that are just like, wow, this is pretty goofy. This is a great run as a result. Oh, peppermint tea. The blue tastes like Eiffel 65. I love that. But what does Eiffel 65 taste like? Interesting. Interesting. Very, very curious about that. Alrighty, just as a reminder, everybody, all of your donations are going to be helping Malala Fund, which is helping young women as early as age 11 getting their secondary education all over and around the world. And it sounds like we are ready to do our next fantastic run. And